Hey guys and gals, it's your buddies Drew, Ralphie, and RJ with Living Histories Mysteries and Ferocious Feline Productions. You know, we are growing. We have gone up over 100 new members to our family in the last month, and every day it seems like there's 4 or 5 more joining our family. We are slowly but surely getting out there and becoming the place to go for history and the mysteries that history left behind. If you have a channel and you want to get your name out there, we're going to help every way we can. If you have merch, be it hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, whatever the case may be, and you'd like to advertise that merch, get a hold of us at Living Histories Mysteries, and we will be more than happy to display your merch on the channel with a link in the description below the videos where viewers can go to purchase your merch and bring some attention to your channel. It's just one more way we bring our little family closer together and help each other to grow and become what we envision ourselves becoming. Y'all take care. Hey guys and gals, it's your buddy Drew with Living Histories Mysteries and Ferocious Feline Productions. This is probably going to be the most boring video that you've ever seen on this channel, and I apologize for that. You're going to hear a lot of beeps and tweaks and dings and possibly even interruptions because I'm recording this during the middle of the day. It's just afternoon on the 1st of August. So by the time I get this premiered, it will be yesterday. I don't know what the future holds for me, for my channel, for my family, for nothing. For those of you that have been loyal followers to the channel, you know back in 2016, out of nowhere, I got hit with diabetes, and I actually died. I died twice in one day. My lungs started failing. Not 10 minutes later, they put me in a coma, and I was in a coma for a week and a half. My wife of only 10 days fought. She almost went to jail to stay by my side, but since I was in intensive care, they wouldn't let her. They found her, my mother-in-law, and my best friend at the time housing just a few blocks away to stay close to me. And from the time they let her come into intensive care till the time that they made her leave, um, she was there. And, when they brought me out of the coma, her, my mother-in-law, my best friend were all right there. And I've spent the last 8 years on my own little pharmacy. My own little pharmacy on my bedside stand. I have got a box, the kind of box that you buy canned goods in at the big stores. I think there's like 12 cans in one of them. This was full of medicine jars. I had, at one point in time, 13 different medicines that I took, half of them twice a day, half of them only once a day. Well, I was making regular visits to my doctor, every month, sometimes twice a month, keeping monitoring of that. I changed my diet, dropped 65 pounds. This was before YouTube. This was before Living History Comes Alive, my first channel, was ever a thing, was even a thought. It was, 3 years later, 3 years of losing weight, 3 years of fighting my depression, 3 years of being a 47-year-old man that had died. No cause of his own, no cause from a criminal mastermind or an evil anything. I started my channel. I wanted to feel some self-worth again. And being a historic reenactor and studying history and everything, Living History Comes Alive was born. And that lasted me 2 years, almost little over 4,500 subscribers, and I done a video. I done a video on historic photos from the Old West. Soiled doves, even. The gunfighters, the saloon girls, the soiled doves. And this was the beginning of COVID. And I put the video up, and it done great. It done great. We were monetized. We weren't, doing super well. Sometimes we'd make our $100 threshold for the month. Sometimes we wouldn't. But I couldn't believe the grip that those photos, 100 some odd photos from the Old West. And we got up into the, oh my God, we got up into the 30,000 views, 40,000 views, 50,000 views. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. 3 consecutive days on photos, because I posted 3 photos in the same order that somebody else had those photos posted on their video. And it turned out, through my own investigating, that it was just somebody who didn't like us. Apparently they didn't like how we got such a grip, but they didn't, because their video supposedly had like 200 views, but our video was closing in on 70,000 views. And they I got the emails, and it said, if you want to discuss an alternative or getting this claim dropped, here's the email of the person who put the strikes up against you. And I tried to email them, and it came back the same email, a fake email. It didn't even go anywhere. It came right back to me. Email doesn't exist. Blah, blah, blah. It's okay. Fantastic. You're going to shut me down in a week. Awesome. Cool. I'm a smart dude. I'm determined. I didn't ever get the money for, the amazing. By the time it was all said and done, it was like 75,000 views. I never did get the money for that because the channel was shut down and my partnership was canceled and everything. And because it all happened in the middle of the month. So I never did get the money for that. But the day after they shut down Living History Comes Alive, I started Living History's Mysteries. And, I tried to contact all of our followers from the original channel and just let them know what was happening, that we started a new channel, and, not to worry, that we're going to start building with a new foundation and start going. Well, we started the new channel and things went really well, and we've got a lot of traction, and something just popped up on my screen and I couldn't read it. That's the next subject. One of the next subjects. God, where to go from here? Once again, as most of you will know that's followed me for, since the beginning, right after I came out of the coma and came back home, the wife's grandma, this beautiful woman right here, she had a stroke. Well, since I was already at home, the doctors didn't want me working. My wife and what Grandma was making from her for her retirement and Grandpa's pension, which he passed away 20 years ago. They were taking care of the house. I was taking care of Grandma because she had a massive stroke. And for 6 years, I took care of Grandma. I made sure that she didn't have any accidents. I made sure that she didn't trip and fall, that she ate. If she made a mess, I cleaned it up and everything. And she passed away 2 years ago. This past January, actually. Before she passed away, I started realizing that I was getting a fogginess over this eye, and I went to the eye doctor, of course, and they said, well, we're starting to detect a little something going on in there, but we don't want to really do anything with one eye until, it really starts to affect you, because it could, it could slow you down and make a lot of what you do not as easy. So, this went on. Grandma passed away. The fogginess continued to get worse. I thought it was glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy or something. Turned out it was cataracts. And over the last 2 years, this eye has become completely worthless. Um, it is nothing but a fog. I was still doing okay until something keeps flashing on the screen, and I don't know what, but you're going to see me leaning in a lot, even though I can't read it because it's about that big. Um, this eye started getting affected, and I still, after Grandma passed away, went out and got a job. As many of you know, I am a chef. I've been in the food industry for 30 years. I've been in the pizza industry for 30 years. And um, after over a year at the place I was working at, even though I was, it's no big joke, I was the lowest paid chef in the state of Michigan. A chef in the state of Michigan, um, a certified chef, should make somewhere between 22 and $34 an hour. I was paid 12. But since I couldn't drive and the wife worked a full-time job, I was happened to go where I could walk, which certain days, depending upon how that cataract was working, was a challenge. I can think of 5 or 6 times I almost got hit crossing a road because I couldn't see a car coming. I would try to listen, but with all the traffic around and stuff going on crossroads, I couldn't. After over a year of working, new owners came in and bought into the restaurant. They started moving others in from a certain other country, which I'm not going to get into because I don't hate the culture or the people. I just don't like the way they treat people. They started bringing people in under false names and stuff like that to get them jobs. They don't get paid, of course. They buy up a bunch of businesses and they bring people in. They give them their last name, especially if they're a prominent family, and they supply them a place to live and food and transportation, but they don't pay them. It's kind of like indentured servitude. You work and work and work, but it takes you years to pay things off. So you can bring your wife or your wife and children or whatever into the country. When we were away this past weekend, I, on a family reunion, I still had to check my big whopping 6 hours that last week before we left for the family reunion. Everything was going well. We had just went through a health inspection. I followed the health inspector around, fixed everything I could to keep the doors open on the place because some of this stuff was pretty bad. 2 days later, I come to find out Sunday night that 2 days after all this happened with the health inspector, and I kept the business, I single-handedly kept the business open that day, that they were getting rid of me because they had two of their own younger men working in the kitchen and not enough hours to pay me my big whopping $12 an hour, even though they're making $25,000 a month through food sales. And in a year of being there, I had single-handedly put the place on the map, became known as the best pizza in the county, better than Pizza Hut, better than Papa John's, better than our local pizza places, better than everything. We had customers coming in ordering anywhere between 6 and 20 pizzas for family gatherings and church functions and camp or whatever. Um, but they fired me. They completely cut off our income, or my income, and my wife is back now to doing things on her own, minus now the money that that her grandma was putting in to make the house payment and stuff like that. Um, when my eyes started really getting bad, not very long ago, I, uh, I, I called to get my medicine and everything resupplied for the month. Found out that in the ultimate wisdom of the state of Michigan, my insurance had been canceled. Because, back when the diabetes thing hit, I was put on emergency Medicaid. And they didn't do any renewals during the pandemic. Well, last year became the first renewal, and they looked at our household income and said, oh, well, she makes too much money to give him his insurance anymore. So all my diabetic medicine was cut off, doctor's visits, optometrist visits, everything. Now it's come down to the point where the cataracts are getting so bad in this eye that any natural light, any sunlight, uh, I'm going to see if I can give you guys an idea right here of how bad it is for me. My daughter's going to help me do this because I can't see shit. But we'll try right here. Beep beep. I told you guys. Highlight of the day. But anyway, if it worked, that was an idea of how bad it is for me. The depression of losing my job, seeing my wife struggle again, worry about bills, worry about money, worry about me, worry about our daughter, worry about everything. You would not believe some of the dark thoughts that have gone through my mind. And now I'm faced with the fact that I don't even know if I'm going to be able to continue to do videos because it's so hard having a regular computer and a regular screen. Luckily, my newer phone, I can have a black background with white writing. It's not as bad as having a white background with black writing because the white just glows and I can't read squat. Um, I don't know what the future holds. I really honestly don't. Um, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. Um, but with no income coming in from YouTube because the little tiny MacBook like thing that I'm using here to project up on the screen this big from this big, um, it doesn't allow me to do the email thing. Um, and I can't transfer pictures over to it. Uh, so when it comes to getting monetized on YouTube, and I've been fighting this, you guys know, for quite a few months now, um, trying to get monetized, but I can't verify my identity because I can't transfer over pictures to my ID to the computer. So, yeah, um, that's pretty much the gist of it, guys. I'm trying to find out how to get the new equipment that I need that's going to help me being visually impaired. I know that the cataracts can ruin your eyes if you don't get them fixed. And I'm pretty sure this eye's already shot and this eye's getting there. I'm doing my best. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if the videos have not been up to par and been what they normally are. I'm sorry we've not been going out and doing our paranormal stuff. Um, I'm trying. I'm trying. And I just wanted to make this and let you guys know how much I loved you all for your support coming into the live streams, um, watching and sharing out the channel and the videos and the live streams and stuff. And I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna stick it out as long as I can, even with the sunglasses on. Just the light from my desk lamp right here is just glowing across. Um, and I'm getting a headache sitting here staring into a bright white fog. But I just want to let you guys know that I am trying, and I'm very, very sorry that things have been affected. It's not by choice, because I love what I do here, and I wish I could do it full time, but with no money coming in, and no video money coming in, no donations coming in, no nothing. Yeah, but I love you guys. Thank you so very much for sitting here and listening to me whine. Um, it has been the greatest pleasure in the world doing what I do here, and I hope that I can continue it somehow, some way, get the things I need for the visually impaired, um, and keep the equipment going, upgrading, and stuff. So, I love you all. I love you all. And thank you so much for all of your love and your support. It means the world. We'll catch y'all later.